Cozy season is upon us. It is my favorite season of the year, a time when we just really get to hibernate and rest and settle in and enjoy a slower pace of life. We're doing a lot of food prep for the holidays. I'm making an apple crisp today that is absolutely delicious. And my husband got a new toy.
Dad got his new Blackstone, making eggs on it. I already made a ton of pancakes. They all took like 3 minutes, and we made bacon too. This looks so good. Are you happy, Dad?
So happy. It's one of the highlights of my lifetime.
Now I hope that you can settle in, be as relaxed as our kitten Cole, and enjoy seeing my first of many videos to come, decorating for Christmas. It is time. I am so excited to decorate for Christmas. If you are new to my channel, last year we were renovating our entire home, and so I did literally zero Christmas decorating. Christmas Eve, I was hunting through totes to try and find our stockings just so my kids could open stockings on Christmas morning. I had no tree, no decorations, and while that's very much a first world problem, it's also very much like the one tradition that we really do is Christmas decorating. And there is just something so cozy and familiar and warm and inviting about creating a beautiful home for Christmas. And so I cannot wait. It's been 2 years since I've been able to decorate my own house for Christmas. And this one's gonna be really special. One of my favorite things is looking through magazines for inspiration. This year I am so inspired. Let me show you. By this look right here. This is the Country Living mag, and I absolutely love how organic and cozy and homey and country-ish this looks. And while I'm not a really big, like, traditional bright Christmas red kind of person, I can't even remember the last time I decorated with a bright red. I think this is my year. This is my year. Just throw some little pops of color and a little extra cozy and tradition, and I'm really excited to do a little bit of a nostalgic Christmas. Now watch, I'll get done and it will look nothing like this, because this is inspiration. It's not, I don't want to be a copycat. I just want to take the elements out of it that I really am like, ooh, that's different and pretty, and use my own stuff, not go buy all new stuff so I can replicate this, but use my own stuff to kind of get the feel that this conveys in my own home with my own things in my own space, with my own traditions, and that way it's actually special to me. Now I'm not ready to do all of my decorating. I'm not doing the tree yet, so the key is gonna be finding which totes actually need to come up so I'm not carrying unnecessarily. Now we enter the dungeon of basement storage. It's not my favorite space, but it happens to be where a lot of the stuff got put, so I get to pick through it. Someone please tell me why I thought to do this when Aaron wasn't home and couldn't help me carry all the totes up. Fatal error. This is the point where I go, oh shoot, what was I thinking? It's always so overwhelming to start the process of Christmas decorating, but I'm also, this is the only time I have unpacked Christmas stuff since we moved over a year ago. I haven't gotten into any of this for 2 years, and I feel like I am missing a lot of stuff. Like, this can't be all that I have. Did I get rid of a lot of it when we moved? I can't remember. Did I sell a whole bunch of stuff because I didn't want to move it, or I didn't think I'd use it again? Or did it get lost in the move, or am I just not finding it? I don't know. We're gonna dive in here. This box never got unpacked at all. It says, good stuff, Christmas greenery. So it's promising. Oh, my basket! This is my favorite part about decorating for Christmas. See, I totally forgot I had this beautiful basket. It's vintage. I think I actually got it the year we moved. and I never got to actually decorate with it, or if I did, it was very minimal. Ooh, this is the good stuff. Thus begins the holiday sorting. A lot of people pack up their Christmas decor based on how they've used it the previous year. So like all of the mantle stuff goes into one box, and all of the kitchen stuff goes into one box, and all of the tree stuff goes into one box. And that is a fine, wonderful, beautiful way to do it. And if you reuse your decor the same way year after year, that makes so much beautiful sense. You guys are really smart. I don't do that because I like to make it different every single year. So I kind of just like throw all my stuff into boxes as long as it fits. It's good to go. It doesn't really matter if there's any organization to it. And then every year I pull everything out and categorize it. So I'll put all my greens in one spot. I'll put all my garlands in one spot. I'll put all my ornaments in one spot, my wreaths, etc. So that I know what I have, because I always forget. And then I go from there. And then that way every year I'm doing something brand new that I've never done before. Because if I pack up everything the way that I used it the year previous, then I'll only ever really think through, this is how I've used it before, so this is how I'll use it again. And it kind of makes me get into a rut. And I don't like to get into a rut. So I do it this way and it works for me, but for other people, you're probably thinking, holy smokes, that's a lot of extra work. I wanted to do pops of red. Guess what I have absolutely zero of besides my beloved Santa that my grandma painted? I have zero red. In literally all of my decor, I have zero red, except for these 3 items I bought this year. Some candles, some really pretty velvet ribbon, and this one swag. Oh, I guess these wreaths have a little pop of red on them. Okay, but that's literally it. So this is where the challenge comes in. Do I purchase? Do I use what I have? Do I alter my plan? Let's see what we're gonna do. It's always so fun rediscovering things that I just totally forgot that I had. It's kind of random. Now, I like to accomplish as much as I can in one day, so while I'm decorating, my apple crisp is baking. It is delicious. My recipe will be linked in the description. And what I do is I also grab those apple peels and I put them into a pot and I create a simmer pot that makes the house smell amazing. I'll also link the recipe for that in my description. Now, if you watched my last video, I made this wreath. And there was a challenge when I went to hang it, in that I had forgotten when we built this addition that I put an electrical box on this wall behind the fireplace so that when we wanted in the future to hang a TV, there would be electrical. Guess what? That makes it hard to hang anything on this that's not really low and hitting my candles. So I remembered that I had this frame, which was previously a beautiful antique mirror, but the mirror got shattered when we moved. And so I kept the frame, I cleaned it up, and I'm using that to hide the electrical box. And I think, you know what? It kind of worked out pretty well. Since the wreath does have to be so low in order to hide that, I'm just using battery-operated candles. These are absolutely amazing. They operate with a remote, and it makes it so easy to create that cozy glow anytime I want. Good girl. Good girl. She did some pretty poses for me. She's so funny. She knows when the camera comes out that I usually am like, Ellie, lay, stay, sit. And she just like half poses for me, and it's really actually kind of hilarious. You're such a good girl. All right, I've got to turn this fireplace off. I am dying of heat. The ambiance is incredible, but I am really needing to be practical here. Now this, I really love it. I love it so much. It's so simple, and I love that it's only one garland, one candelabra with multiple candles, obviously, and a DIY wreath that's surrounded by a thrifted mirror frame that my mirror got busted when I moved, so I just kept the antique frame. And that's it. So it's really simple, but I've got all these garlands So I thought, let's see what else we could do with it. Faye, you're gonna have to vacate for the Christmas season, I think. This is gonna be kind of difficult. I have this really intertwined already, and I should have thought about this. Well, darn it. Since I haven't decorated for Christmas in so long, I just felt really inspired to try a few different ways. This looked like severe overkill, so I took some of those garlands back off, and then I found some really simple holly branches that mimic the ones that I put in the wreath, and some bells that are picks from Hobby Lobby last year. I grabbed those on clearance, and I added those couple of embellishments to elevate the look, add more glow, and get a little bit of shimmer into the mantle. And I really love how cozy it created it. It adds a lot of texture and color and interest, and it makes your eye just kind of bounce around the mantle so that it's not only looking at greenery. I tied this sweet little bow to get that color red in, and I am calling this part done. I really love how it turned out, and now let's go to the rest of the room. I wanted to keep the rest of the room pretty nostalgic and kind of natural and country-ish, so I grabbed that same ribbon to tie that around the room, and I pinned it onto this moss tree that I had and just swirled it up to make it look like it's a little bit decorated, and adds that touch of red throughout the room. And you're going to see me do this quite a few times. It's just a really easy way to bring the same color throughout an entire space using nothing but ribbon. But you cannot even believe this find that I found at an antique store. I decided to use that crazy quilt as my color inspiration for the room, bringing in some more cinnamons and browns in addition to the red and blue that I already was planning to use. And I'm really excited. Wait until you see what I do with it. It's very precarious, I'm not gonna lie. Here we go. Okay. These are the types of things we put behind glass doors. Now I thought for this little guy, it's a little plain. It would be cute with some ornaments, but I thought I needed to bring this color throughout the room a little bit more because right now it's very minimal. And I just want to tie the room together. And so I thought, okay, well, this could be cute, kind of like drapey. Yes. But it could also be cute in like little tiny bows everywhere. But I gotta be honest, tying the bow on the one bow that I used on the mantle, it took me like 10 minutes. Why was that hard? I don't even know. It's a bow. It's something I've been doing since I was 5 years old, but apparently when you use it in velvet ribbon, there's a way to do it, and I just don't know what it is. So we're gonna drape for sake of my sanity. Isn't this cute? Like a legit spool from ribbon. Again, why is that cute? I don't know, but it really is. We're literally just going to rest this on branches. The problem with this is I can only see it from the upward angle. So you're probably looking at this going, what is she doing? We tweak a lot around here. Tweak. Not anything else that you are currently thinking. I think it's important to distinguish between styling and decorating. Now, most people would say that decorating and styling are the same thing, but they're actually two very distinct parts of interior design. Decorating is looking more at the big picture, color schemes, furniture layout, balance, textures. It's really sorting through the larger elements of how you want the look to end up at the end. Styling, on the other hand, is very specific. It's taking the time to fluff your garlands and intertwine them. It's taking the time to move things around, try different elements in different spaces to see how they fit. tweaking things all the time, constantly figuring out where this is positioned best and how this should be grouped with other items. And it's very detail oriented, and a lot of people end up only decorating instead of styling. And that tends to be where a lot of people struggle and feel frustrated, because they're looking at the big picture and they know that something's not right, but they don't know exactly what it is.
Does this look like an octopus? Tell me the truth.
So my encouragement to you, if you ever feel that frustration, is to dive deep into your details. What can you do to make one specific portion of the room feel more intentional? What can you change? What can you add? Do you need to just totally take everything away, strip it down to bare bones, and start over? Sometimes those kinds of details are where people give up and move on, and then they are dissatisfied. But if you take those extra steps, it will go a long way in creating a space that you really love. Now back to my crazy quilt. This ended up on the back of my sofa. Look at the colors. They are perfect for Christmas. I cannot wait to bring even more of those colors into my Christmas tree when I put it up in this room with ornaments and ribbons and garlands, and really making that whole cohesive color scheme work. Coming up, I have so much more Christmas decorating to do with you. My next video is going to be tackling Christmas decorations in the kitchen, which is so fun. It makes me so happy to be able to do this space, and I cannot wait to share it with you. Stay tuned for more to come.